All right, pop back on here today and talk to you a little bit about probably my trucks mostly. I was working today and talking to customers and didn't really have think about what I was going to talk about, kind of to tell my story and how I got to where I am. As I'm trying to continue to do that a piece at a time here. So I said before, all my trucks that I drive for fun and for work are all 70s Fords. So this is my very first truck here. I got this one a 1976. Try to get out of my own way here. 76 Highboy, 4-speed, four-wheel drive, force being a Highboy, 360 in it that's got a mild cam that was put in the 90s by a Napa store. It's my first truck, so I got this probably 95-ish. My dad bought it. I took it over. I went to college. Um, I had my job working at the lumber yard, and I kind of needed something better than the 78 Ford Pinto that I was driving. I had restored a 78 Ford Pinto, 4-speed, 4-cylinder. It was actually a pretty cool car. The glass back hatchback on it, and I wish I had it. You kind of say, wish you never sold your first vehicle. That was kind of my first vehicle that I'd done major work on. Sold it for $900 down in Arkansas, probably just because I wasn't driving it back in the early 2000s. So, but I've had this one, like I said, since '95. Was a Michigan truck when I got it. There was probably, very little metal on it from about here down. So I bought a rust-free one in Arkansas and did a body swap down there. Um, and then took it back up and repainted it up in Michigan. My dad did body repair. So we sanded it completely down to bare metal, repainted it, but it's been sitting outside for 20 years now, and the paint's pretty faded. A couple spots where it flaked a little bit, but mostly it's just faded and got a lot of algae growing on it. I haven't driven this thing much. I don't know, just kind of happened that way. I'm driving it again now, put some new mirrors on it. And the interior is pretty nice, fairly original, but pretty nice interior, nothing special. Um, but I do like it. I'm glad I still had it. I debated selling it a couple of times. I even maybe tried once and just didn't. Nobody wanted it for the price that I wanted for it because I didn't need to sell it, and I wasn't going to give it away because it's my first truck. So now I've got two other ones. I got a 75 Highboy that I'm working on, and then I've got my 79 all F250 four-wheel drives. And this one here is the one that I use. It's my everyday truck. Pull my gooseneck with it. So bought this one for $1,200 about 4 or 5 years ago. It's got a 306 4-speed, just a custom truck, nothing fancy. So, and the bed's kind of rusty, but the rest of it is really amazingly solid. So for being Iowa and not ever been redone, so a little bit of mess on the seat, but that's what happens when I work in them, I guess. So I can work. When I work out of them, I can work on them. So they are easy to work on. The 306 has got enough room you can practically stand between the engine and the inner fender. So that makes it really nice if you got to get in and do stuff. So and it pulls. I mean, that truck, I haul a lot of weight on that. I've got it licensed to legally haul much as I can on that gooseneck, and it won't break any land speed records, but it does everything that I want it to. So I, probably, yeah, somebody'd say a diesel, of course they'll pull better, but this is what I have and I like it. So I like the way the trucks look. I like the way they drive, like everything about them. The other thing I drive is these Jeeps. I have the 99 to '04 Jeep Grand Cherokees. And again, I can work on those. They're my economy cars. If I got to just go around, I can haul a fair amount of stuff in them. You can sleep in the back if you're camping. Um, they get good gas mileage as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I'm used to 10 miles to the gallon, so anything more than that is great. I'm happy with that. So, and I suppose I can afford to spend a little more on gas when I don't have the no payment. Insurance is cheap. I don't know what even full coverage on those Jeeps is only a few $100s a year around here. So, not too bad to keep yourself covered. So that's kind of how I am. Like I was working on taillight on a Jeep today. Had I don't know, bulb burned out or a bad contact or something. I got that easy to take apart, check a bulb, get it back together. So yeah, beautiful day here today in Iowa. It's been just amazing for the 8th of November, whatever it is. So did a little bit of sawing, talked to customers, had a job we had to get some trim done this morning and get out. So worked on that till 9:30 or so this morning, and then was working on this stuff back here. So my log pile, say it's not hard to get wood around here. I know it's kind of rambling, going all over the place, but like I said, I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to talk about today because I didn't sit down and think about it too much, I guess. So, and I proved that I actually have more than one outfit today. So, not just the gray sweatshirt. So, but yeah, this is just logs. These are all logs of mine that I've hauled in that I need to get cut. Some of these things are pretty good size, but that's why I got the other mill. So this is probably 5.5 feet to the top of that one right there on that crotch end. So this here, I suppose I'll take a little walk over and do a little peek inside my kiln if I can get around the piles of lumber and slabs to it. So all my slabs right here, they go to heat the kiln. This is my burner. It's I made this one, found one on Facebook Marketplace years back and bought that, and it finally rusted out. Wasn't real great when I bought it, so built this one. But it's a 300-gallon barrel welded inside a 500-gallon barrel with an air jacket around it right here. You can kind of see where the air jacket is, and it got a furnace blower inside, blows the air in and around and back into the kiln right there, and works really good. It's I stock it twice a day usually. If I stock it really full and shut it down good with good big wood, it lasts longer than that, but mostly it's a twice a day project. So a little bit of insulation around it. Someday I wouldn't mind putting maybe putting a forced air blower fan here, so if it called for heat, it would kick on and heat up, and then once it heated up, it would shut down, and it might be a little more efficient, might use a little less wood. Maybe I could not fill it quite as often that way. So but I'm here, that's where I work, so it's not too big a deal for me to fill it every day. Go out and throw some wood in. So well, probably a little dark in the kiln. We'll see if I can get any light in here, how it works. But this is my kiln. I can dry about 10,000 board feet at a time in here. Maybe if I get over here in light, yeah, you can see a little bit better maybe. Right now it's pretty full. I did have to take part of a pile out there that we weren't supposed to kiln dry, had to pull out. So, but the rest of it, pretty full. I tried to do solar initially. Probably worked. It was just slow. Too much, just gets too cold. And I didn't have a really good way, short of using insulated glass or something, to put a clear skylight on, and I didn't have anything that size to keep it from just being straight heat loss through the clear panel when the sun wasn't shining. So there's a lot other ways I could have done it, I'm sure, but that was what I tried initially, and then it was just either way it wasn't fast enough, so I added the heat to it, and now it works pretty good. It's about 100 degrees in here right now, and I'm at 18% humidity. I've dropped down from 30% about 4 days ago. So it held at 30 for quite a while when I put all this wood in, but you're putting in a bunch of wet wood, so that is understandable. But it's dropping down pretty good now, so we should be making some pretty good progress on it. I generally keep it, I think if I've talked about the kiln or not, I can't remember if I have. It's generally 80 in there and above, so somebody might comment that I should have it at an exact temperature all the time, but this does work good for me. I get really good success. I don't have a lot of problems with the lumber that I dry, so I could be a little bit more airtight, something I could work on, but with everything else I'm trying to do right now before winter hits, that's not my high priority because this works. So if it's not broke, too bad. I'm not going to fix it right now. So anyway, that's a little bit more about what I'm doing, where I am, the equipment and the things that I use. So until next time.